I wanted to share something with you. If you saw my last video, I was talking about intermittent fasting, and there's something that really helped me, and I'm really excited to talk about it with you. And it's called Craving Control by Jimmy Savigny. Um, I'm gonna put a link in my bio if you're interested into getting this product. I think it's online, and you can get it pretty much anywhere at the grocery store. This craving control basically as the equivalent of, let's say, 70 calories for 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to show you in the video, I'm going to put some pictures here of smoothie balls. So that was my thing. I wanted to change one meal and change it for smoothies, like smoothie balls. So I start looking on Pinterest and I start looking at those amazing smoothie bowls, and they looked so good. And I always see that there's a little decoration on top. They were sprinkling stuff, and I was like, let me just go to the grocery store and get some, I don't know, those seeds that looks on top of the smoothie balls. I think there's flax seeds or chia seeds. I didn't know. So I went to the grocery store and asked the lady, and she said, well, why do you need that for? And I was like, well, I just want to make decoration. And she said, well, if you want to really use it as is potential, you should use this. So the craving control. So basically there is psyllium husk, whole flax seeds, whole chia seed, pumpkin seeds protein powder, ground chia seeds, ground flax seeds, and psyllium husk powder. So basically, eating 2 tablespoons of this in your smoothie bowl it's like if I ate 2 big plates of pasta. It fills up. So you know how it works. Basically, the grain will absorb its amount of water, so it makes you feel full and satisfied. I really felt the difference when it came to the craving control. It was literally helping me go through the day without this hunger. So what I did for my intermittent fasting basically is that I slowly started to cut the meal. So again, I'm not a doctor and I am not a nutritionist. So if you want to have some real information about that, you can go and see your doctor or talk about it with a nutritionist. This is what I strongly suggest. I've started to read about it and get some information. Again, this is what worked for me. It doesn't mean that it's going to work for anyone, but I just want to share what is my experience on my self-care journey. I started by cutting some of the meals in the morning. Let's say I would have breakfast, lunch, and supper. For example, on a regular basis, I would have, let's say, 2 toasts with, I don't know, a coffee. And then for lunch, I'd have, I don't know, a sandwich and a salad. And then for supper, I had a bowl of pasta with a drink and maybe a little salad. Obviously, that didn't work for me because there's too much starch, right? Basically, what I started to do was cut the starch out. So no pasta, no potato, no bread. This is one main thing that really helped me. And also is that I slowly, just like I said, start cutting off some of the meal. What I did was I started to have a smoothie instead of having my breakfast. And then start my smoothie in the breakfast, I then pushed it to lunchtime. So instead of having breakfast, I was having black coffee, and then I'd have my smoothie at lunch, and then I had supper. And then I slowly started to remove that smoothie from the lunch and have it for my supper. What's happening right now is that I'm on one meal a day. Basically, I go about 18, 19 hours of fasting. I eat, let's say, supper at around 5 o'clock, and then I'll have a little snack when I watch TV. So by 9 o'clock, this is when I stop eating. So by 9 o'clock, I stop, and then I eat the next day at 5 o'clock. I used to have lots of coffee because cuts the heat. You're not hungry. But then I decided I wanted to change for coffee because 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was dead. So I changed for matcha tea, and that will be another video. I really want to talk about this other matcha tea. And so basically now I'm doing one meal a day. So I switch between my smoothie bowl with some nuts And then the next day, I'll go with something a really lean protein, eggs or chicken or chickpeas. And on the weekend, I'll go to a restaurant and I'll have my supper. I'll have meat and salads and side, but I try to stay away from pasta, bread, and potatoes. So these are the three things I try to stay away from, and that really helped me on my weight loss journey. So if you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments. Intermittent fasting.